4 of us going everywhere.
This would probably be the best place to do bankfull. So if you guys want to talk about bankfull, it'll take a little bit of time, but we could do that instead of doing another crossing. Bankfull is a really kind of hard and subjective thing to quantify, and there's lots of different measurements, or clues rather, I guess you could say. I think clues is a better word. I think we're going to go over on the golf course to get into the physical stuff, but just wanted to talk about the biological stuff for just a second. So, the biological indicators for bankfull is you may see either a change in vegetation from grassy vegetation like sedges and rushes, you know what those are? Your wetland graminoids. In the northeastern United States, we often don't see, wetland graminoids at all on our streams. We just see the hardwoods that go right up to the bank. But in this case, at least one weak indicator of bankfull would be the presence of woody vegetation as opposed to the absence of woody vegetation. But when you get a flood flow, floods tend to wash away seeds, they tend to put some stress on vegetation. It's hard for vegetation to establish right here on the bank. So if you were to kind of just draw a line of the vegetation, maybe on the other bank there, you start to see some of that woody vegetation. You see that little silty deposit. That silt, that came from upstream, right? From the golf course, or in other cases, maybe some farmer's pasture. It rained, it got into the stream, it deposited right there. That's the river bank. That's the flashy stuff that moves and erodes and deposits and erodes and deposits. Set right back behind that, you start to see the establishment of bankfull. That line between types of soil that move a lot and kind of the zone where woody vegetation starts to establish. That's just one clue. Does that kind of make sense? So I just want to point that out before we go over there. I just want to point out one thing right here, which is that number one, you want to walk outside of the zone of the crossing. That's 10 to 20 street width upstream from the crossing. I'd say 20 is probably more accurate than 10. Why would you want to do that? Why specifically? What does the culvert do to the river channel upstream and downstream? Alright, what does the speed do to stuff that's suspended in the stream?
Oh.
Yeah, or what's the opposite of that? Deposits it, right. So when you put this hard metal structure in the stream, it messes with the energy balance, the erosion and deposition. You get this gravel, you see this little gravel bar coming up the middle here, all this finer sediment, all that stuff drops out of precipitation as the stream goes through the pipe, because the pipe, before the pipe speeds the water up, it slows it down a little bit, and you drop stuff out of precipitation, so you kind of mess with the whole geomorphology of the stream by having that hard structure in place. All dams, all truly large dams have millions of cubic yards of sediment backed up behind them. The more of that sediment to go, the water slows down, it gets deposited out of precipitation. So we always want to go 20 stream width upstream, which is going to be impossible here because there's all this structure. And we'll just pretend. And then one thing I want to point out right here is that there's a difference between bankfull and the top of the bank. Sometimes. Not always, but this is the top of the bank. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's bankfull, because when the water comes up, the bank's full and undercuts the bank can slough, and you might come along and look at this situation and say, oh, bankfull's right here, and it's really not. It could be actually lower. So what the heck is bankfull, right? Let's walk over there away from the road noise. what is this bankfull stuff that I keep confusing you with? A couple of clarifying words that might help us get there are low flow, there's bankfull, and then there's a flood, right? And there's a flood plain. And there's the low flow channel, there's the high flow channel to include the river and its banks, and then there's the flood plain. And part of the problem, like the fundamental problem, I think, with like flooding damage to humans and to roads and you know, culverts being undersized, it all boils down to the fact that when we think about a river, a stream, we're thinking about the low flow channel. We don't think about a river as its low flow channel and its floodplain. But this right here is just the low flow channel. The floodplain is like way out here somewhere, right? The 100-year floodplain probably goes from like beyond our vehicles to somewhere up on that knoll. All this would be underwater. So when we build stuff like that crossing, we just built it to accommodate low flow, and we didn't think about where the floodplain is. Now, in order to build that structure to be wide enough to accommodate for the floodplain at, you know, like a 10-year or a 25-year recurrence interval, it would have to be huge, right? That'd be like a 20-30 foot bridge. It would cost $300,000. So it's not really realistic, so we just slap that pipe in, and when it floods, we just deal with the consequences. That's the way that modern humans deal with streams, and it's flawed, but like we don't have a better solution. But if I could teach every middle school kid in America one word, it would be floodplain, because we keep thinking about the low flow channel as the river. But the river is the low flow channel, and then it's the banks, and then it's also the floodplain. So what is bankfull? Bankfull is the banks up to the top of that, you know, cutoff, which can be different than top of banks, so don't get too caught up on that. But so like this up here is like a historic terrace, right? You can see where the grade changes up here from steeper to flatter. So at one point, this river, this stream is at higher elevation, but it's incised a little bit. So for, you know, that old terrace, that might have been the top of the historic bank. Historic being 300 years ago or 1,000 years ago, who knows? When we look at flood recurrence intervals and we talk about like streams, you know, streams coming up in their stage being the depth. A stream is predicted to reach bankfull once every 1.5 to 2 years. So that's the 2-year return period. Meaning if bankfull is right here, then this stream will come up to this level at least once every 2 years. There's a 1% chance that we're going to have a 100-year flood every year. And there's a 50% chance, you know, we'll have a 2-year every. Does that make sense? To measure bankfull in the field, we're looking for like changes in the grade of the slope. So you're looking for like convex versus concave landforms. So which is which? Concave is a cave, right? Convex is a bubble, right? So where do we see the major grade changes here? By the way, I'll just, for the sake of transparency, I'll tell you I have no idea where bankfull is right here in this location, because I think it's really hard to tell because of all these crossings. So you see the grade change here? Okay. And is this, so going upstream from here, is this landform, is this eroded or is this deposited? Well, that right there is eroded, that cut bank. But the opposite, let's look at this one for a little bit. This right here is eroded. This is deposited, right? This came from somewhere, and one of the indicators of bankfull is really fine particle size. You transition from really fine particle size to a slightly larger particle size up on the bank. I don't have a microscope. So yeah, so this is a depositional feature. So the bank, unless it's like a cut bank, the bank tends to be a deposited feature up to a major grade change. And at the top of that major grade change, where you come up to a spot where the landform starts to level off, where it's like steeper, 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 less steep, right? Less steep going this way. That most significant change from steep to less steep is going to be your bankfull. And then of course, there could be a historic high terrace, again, where it's like kind of steeper and then it levels off again. So if you turn around behind that here, you can see there's a major grade change line going all the way up here, and then it flattens off. So that could be bankfull. It's really hard to tell in this situation because, as we said, the stream has been so messed with these crossings, and there's no vegetation, like we can't see. It's sort of the transition from grass to woody vegetation, and that would corroborate our first clue and give us more evidence that was in fact bankfull. You can look at the particle size itself. If we took a rake or something and removed all this grass here, and this is like really fine particles, and then we back up here, and we start to get more coarse particles, then that would be an indication that maybe where we were transitioning from those fine particles to coarse particles, and that's the bankfull line. Anyway, the point is, this is really hard. And you have to practice a lot to be good at this and to do it with confidence, which is not to say that you shouldn't do it. I mean, being able to identify bankfull reliably and be right and have your measurements, corroborated by other people that are good at it, that's like a marketable skill. You can get paid to do that. So, as you're out bebopping around with your dog or hiking, if you want to try to take a tape measure or just try to identify where that line is, it certainly won't hurt your career.
Over on this side, when I'm standing next to Logan, I really noticed that you can see how the vegetation is swept up to that leaf line right at Olivia's toes there.
Ooh, yeah, look at that leaf line.
So that was up there that high sometime around last fall at some point.
Okay, so yeah, good eye. That's great. So yeah, both sides. You see that leaf line on both sides? Right here. That's where the leaves are taking the place of the particles of what we were just talking about. So yeah, that's bankfull right here. It also happens right here. What happens to the slope right here? Yeah, the grade changes. The grade goes from steep to less steep. At that exact same spot where all this leaf litter has deposited, has fallen out of precipitation, right? Like there was floodwaters coming down, all these leaves were coming down, then the stream was moving fast, and then it started to recede, and the velocity started to slow down. And as the velocity slowed down, the stream's ability to move these leaves, these leaves got too heavy, and the stream's ability to move the leaves decreased as it deposited the leaves as the water levels went down. And so that's the indication of how high it was able to come up before it receded. And the stuff fell out of precipitation. Does that make sense? That's a great indication. But yeah, you don't want to just go out and find one piece of evidence and call that bankfull. It should be a preponderance of evidence. Like when we're trying to identify willows, right?
Yeah.
You don't just say it's red, so it's a coyote willow. No, you look at the buds, you look at the leaves, you look at the cracks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you to campus?
Yeah, I guess.
If anybody wants to chat back at school, I'm happy to stay and chat. Otherwise,
Any jobs this summer?
but we hire food technicians every year. So if you are interested in doing this kind of stuff in the summer, we hire technicians every year. At this point, you know a heck of a lot more about this than most people, so instead of starting at the beginning, you know, it's a lot easier for me to work with one of you, so it's definitely very drawn to apply.
It wants to stay with me.
Bree's driving now.
Drive.
She does not like to drive. That's good for her.
You could show her that video that you just took. I just realized the GoPro is on.
Oh. We let Bree drive?